Hi, Inner Dynamic Physical Therapy YouTube channel. We're doing pelvic strengthening level 3. Jumping right into it, we're doing a half kneeling self oblique exercise. I'm taking my left hand and pushing it into my right thigh. You should be grading your pressure about 50 to 70% of your max effort. You should be feeling this in your left side oblique muscles and your right adductors and your outer hip for that stabilization against your opposite side force. We're doing 10 reps here. Make sure you're using your breath, exhaling as you push into your thigh. Switching sides, same thing. This time we're using your right hand, pushing into that left thigh. Holding about 3 to 5 seconds each press. And again, grading your effort to that 50 to 70% of your max effort to get that right side oblique engaged and get some stabilization on that left side. 10 reps here, you got it. Just a couple more. Keep using that breath to help you through it. Switching it up, we're doing a half kneeling Paloff press to start. So I'm starting with my right leg forward, taking the weight at the center of my chest and pushing it out straight. Again, you're getting some oblique work here, getting that transverse abdominis, your deeper core, and making sure you're using your breath as you're pushing out that weight. I want you to exhale. Switching sides, we got the same thing. Get yourself nice and set up first, nice and stable. And using that exhale to push out, we have 10 reps here. Really want you to focus on keeping that weight in the center of your chest, pushing it out and bringing it back to the center. I don't want you wobbling to the right or to the left with this weight. Next, we're going into a half kneeling twist. We're taking the weight from the left hip up toward that right side of the head in a nice diagonal. Again, you're getting nice stabilization with that right leg. Your adductors are working, your glutes are working to stabilize you. And we're getting our obliques working with this nice twist. Keep using your breath as you're switching toward that opposite side. Doing 10 reps here. Keep going and using that breath to help you through. We're switching sides, getting nice and stable positioning first. You're taking that left knee forward and twisting from that right hip up toward that left side head in a nice diagonal, using that breath as you're exhaling through the twist. Good, we got 10 reps here. Keep going. Keep using that breath. Great, we're coming up into some standing exercises. You can get a little bit heavier weight if that's comfortable for you. First one we have is sideways lunge. So holding the weight nice and center in your chest, you're stepping out to the side, making sure that knee staying over the ankle. And using that breath, I like the exhale when you're pushing back up to standing. Getting some nice glute max and glute med activation on that side that is moving. So for this side, my right side glute med and glute max are working pretty hard to get me through this exercise. 10 reps on this side, keep going. And we're switching to the other side. So get yourself recentered before you get started. Again, keeping that knee over the ankle. This time my left leg's doing the work, so working that glute max and glute med. Keep your breath going. Got 10 reps total. Good, almost there. Next, we're doing a sumo squat with the weight. So keeping that weight nice and centered in your chest. Get a wide-legged stance, I would say wider than a hips width distance. Toes pointed a little bit out and trying to get your squat nice and deep, about 90-degree angle in that knee, so a nice deep squat. Using your breath exhaling as you're pushing back up to standing. You got 10 reps here and then a little break. Good, keep going. Shake it out, give yourself a little bit of a rest. We got one more set with the kettlebell in the squats. So set yourself back up, that nice wide squat, toes pointed outward, and you're coming to that deep sumo squat position, legs, knees at parallel, to the floor, a deep 90-degree bend. Keep using your breath here. Got 10 reps here, and then we got one more exercise. You're almost there. All right, next we got a bilateral deadlift. So getting feet about hips width apart. You want to keep a little bend in the knee, but with this exercise, most of that movement is coming from this hip hinge. So you're pushing your butt back almost like you're closing a door with that butt. Weight should be almost gliding down the shin as I'm sticking the butt back for that hip hinge. Got 10 reps here. We're doing 2 sets. And make sure you're using that breath, exhaling when you're coming back up into standing. All right, taking a little bit of a rest. I'm just switching angles to show you another view of this exercise. We got 10 more reps and then you're done. Good. So feet about hips width apart. Make sure you get yourself reset up before you get started. Little bend in those knees, really focusing on that hip hinge back, but closing a door behind you for this movement. Weight sliding down the shins. Good, you're almost there. Couple more. Awesome, and that was pelvic strengthening level 3.